Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
So let's have some silence first. But in that silence, let there be the attention, 100% attention on the invisible. You choose what aspect, but on invisible. Let the attention be there. Om Shanti. So, in Murli, when Avyakt Murli Baba said, yoga, he defined yoga as being in the intoxication of that what is non physical and what is imperishable. And the intellect and mind are so used to pay attention to what is physical and what is perishable. And so yoga means you shift that attention to the non-physical and that what is imperishable. And of course, the non-physical and the imperishable soul is one, but the whole dimension that is invisible. So right here, right now, there are these objects, there are bodies sitting, different expressions, sounds, movement is there. Is your attention there? Or is your attention at the invisible, living lights, immortal beings, my brothers? Is your attention with Baba? Whilst all of this is going on, this is not going away, but your attention is there. It's just like we're sitting here, but there are the streets also. You can have your attention out on the street while sitting here, or your attention can be at the back in the kitchen. Your attention is drawn there, or your attention is drawn to some itch in your leg, for example. No, or your attention is drawn to the grumble in your stomach. But all of that is there, but where is your attention focused? And yoga, your Baba said, yoga is you be in the intoxication of the invisible or the non physical and the imperishable. Whilst your everything is going on, but this needs it needs training because our attention is generally, if we're not paying attention, attention goes to the gross. Am I making sense? Yeah. So, yeah. Is it being recorded?
Om Shanti.
No idea. I don't know if it's on recording. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, go. Yeah.
Okay. Om Shanti. No, I was thinking, yes, the reason is because, yeah, we're so used to doing things in the physical. So, yeah, even listening to you say this, it requires focusing. Yeah.
No, it is. And when we use this word effort, I have to make effort. But one time, Baba, not one time, several times, he said, intense effort is paying attention to the alokik. And it is very nice to think of effort like that. Oh, this is not something physical I have to do and shift some heavy box from here to there. But effort is paying attention to that what is non-physical, to that what is eternal, to that what is alokik, to the one who is invisible. It means soul, or but also to that one from beyond.
It's kind of, let's say, where the attention is. Like when I'm walking on the street, my attention is around me to see that nothing happens in that sense. Then I'm here sitting down. I'm okay. I know nothing will happen. But then the attention still doesn't go to that, but it goes to my worries, memories,
Exactly.
and things like that. It doesn't even go to whoever is next to me here. But what I did yesterday, what I need to do in the future, what's happening to me at the moment, what I have to address, these kind of thoughts, things happens, and still that attention to the invisible is not there.
So it's not yoga. So you may even be in silence. You may even
Yes.
be kind of holding your attention limited, but it is not to the alokik. And so let's practice again. You choose your destination in the alokik. It can be soul or some aspect or some others, lights or Baba or home. You choose, but let us have. Yesterday, we were saying the Avyakt Murli definition of concentration is absence of waste. So let's have a minute, 2 minutes, full attention on the alokik. Concentrate, focus. But you choose in the alokik the destination for yourself. perception. So, what was your score? 80%, 90%, 100%? 85. No, very good. Very good. Chitrani is saying her mind went to the kitchen and came back. But observe this within yourself. And where your mind is pulled, that is where identity is. That is where the smriti is. That is where your attachments lie. Not to feel bad, but to begin to understand the game that Maya plays with us. Mm. And this exercise, what we did yesterday, making drama small, putting drama in a box. You can observe some egos and everything else, but not this. You know, that kind of a thing. So you get to know where the areas are where we need extra attention. So now in this case, when you go in the kitchen, you need know that is where you need extra attention. Because that is where the body conscious identity gets fed easily.
So when when you say that need extra attention, you mean to have more yoga?
No, need that. Extra attention to not identify or to bring, you bring, this is Baba's kitchen. These are Baba's hands for Baba making Baba's food for Baba. Put Baba in more because otherwise it holds that, what is it? That ego is there. And we need to understand the game. The more we understand it, we can play it better. Yeah. No, that is also good observation. It is not okay, I am 100% and that it will stay 100%. Tomorrow it might be 30%. It shows us our bondages. It shows us that we're not masters of our mind. It shows us that Ravan still occupies many areas and can bring in thoughts, body consciousness. And these areas where mind is pulled, they are indications. And it can be service. For Brahmins, usually much of it is in the context of service. But there is still some I and mine connected to it. This is why thoughts are pulled. When you do, you have to do. But when you're sitting in yoga, you don't need to think about that.
One thing that I was observing was, so I was trying to practice the seed stage, doing this exercise, and you can go in silence, but then something that I cannot still avoid is the sound of heartbeat itself. And you feel that, right? Through the tips of your fingers or just the sound of the beat itself. So is it possible to go beyond that as well?
Yeah.
Because I feel like I cannot go beyond that part.
Yeah. No, it is not that we can be aware of things, but attention is not there. Like you're reading a book.
But if I'm noticing, it means my attention is there,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah. And the definition Baba gave in that Moli is, he said, not only you're in having attention on the alokik, you are in the intoxication of the alokik. That is what makes yoga fire. Exactly. The intoxication of that. But first, we need to get the mind to be there and begin to see the beauty and the wonder. Oh, what Baba's Muli today of Baba. And then then my attention doesn't want to go on the street, for example, because I have someone so beautiful. Hmm? Yeah, you find the sweetness of that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The image of light means like a star or sunlight. At least it takes us away from bodily forms, weaning the mind off of the addiction of seeing bodies and faces. So the mind is as it like just like Baba used to say, okay, soul is like a thumb shape first, because incorporeal stone intellect can't grasp that so quickly. So first you go from a bodily form to a oval thumb shaped thing. Then he said, no, it's also not like that. It's a point of light. But it's incorporeal ultimately. It is like getting the mind to what is the word? Dissociate and disidentify with gross.
It's an exercise of can go through that. It took all of us walking through the center. And what I realized at that time is I'm not making this movement. I am the body. Who is making this movement is the soul. Soul is making the legs move. Soul is making the body walk. And that's where the soul is so subtle that I am not realizing that it's the soul that is doing these actions. And I am as the light inside the soul. And so for everything that happens when I speak, when I touch something, it is the soul that is doing all these things. And
this is just the tool.
Yes, that realization has to be there.
And even to truly know Baba, we cannot if we're, self is so immersed in the gross. Even if intellectually we know Baba, connection can't be there if we are still.
Exactly. And also, I mean, what solutions all the time that the child how self.
Yeah.
This has to come first, I guess, before we go up and remember Baba.
He says, no, know yourself as a soul and remember your father. Remember me, your father. Okay, last one, and then we'll do some exercise again. Take the mic.
If I'm talking too much, please let me know. I was going to say that even the point of light has to disappear in a sense. And
Invisible.
although there is nothing there, the feeling that one gets, realize that one is with God, right? Thank you.
Someone, but that someone is not a physical being, but the same as you. You are also someone invisible. This is the shoe. But to get to begin to grasp that non-physical is quite. So let's practice again. No, we all are on the journey. It's not that we're all practicing. So in a second, identify, what is that in the alokik you're paying attention to. It can be the beauty of the pure, eternal, bodiless soul who is beyond harm, immortal. Can be Baba, can be home. You choose. And let the whole drama merge into a point. And beyond drama is the vast alokik dimension. And engage your mind in the alokik. Not just observe, but engage the mind, see the details and the wonder. And so Maya says, okay, relax now. Be normal. Now observe in yourself. But this attention, let it aim for it to become natural. That there is that natural awareness of the invisible, whilst the visible goes on. And heart should be there. Love is for there. And the reason for coming into the physical, the reason to use the body is
to experience the alokik.
the reason why we come into the Dhamma,
To serve Baba.
to serve, is to remind others of the invisible. And we can do that silently. You paying attention, you're as if shining light on the invisible. It pulls others there too. So more you are in the physical doing whatever activity, but you hold in your mind the alokik. It is like what is the word? Through the mind, you're giving that message to others. And you can use your mouth also if the context allows, but you hold that in your mind. Baba, and that whole invisible dimension. And it silently, it becomes like a, what is the word? The flame is drawing the moths there. Okay. Time is already finished. We started later also. Yeah.
Shanti, thank you.